SUI versus Solana, guys. Does SUI still have potential here in 2025? Welcome back to the channel, guys. Make sure you are subscribed so you do not miss out on any of this content right here on the channel. Putting out tons of videos, shorts, all kind of content for you guys on a daily basis. So definitely give it a look and subscribe. It's totally free to do so. A ton of people watch the content, but they don't subscribe. Make sure you do so because we're here every single day grinding for you guys. And we're going to get into it in this video. This whole SUI versus Solana debate that is heated up, what still has a ton of potential? And does SUI still have a great outlook here in 2025? We know that it's already made somewhat of a run. Solana is down from its all-time high as well. I'm going to give you guys my breakdown and kind of how I'm positioning myself in both of these top smart contract platforms. Now, Solana is a much bigger market cap, right under 82 billion right now. SUI is just over 11 billion, sitting in the number 12 spot, where Solana is sitting at number 6. However, SUI has been dubbed the Solana of this cycle, and for good reason, because the Facebook developers who started within the SUI ecosystem, they split off into SUI and Aptos, and SUI has clearly been the winner to date in terms of which asset and which crypto has garnered more attention. So we're going to get into it, guys. SUI continues to see a huge surge in total value locked. And this article talks about SUI gearing up for recovery as technical signals hint at a potential breakout move right now for SUI. So it says here SUI could be setting up for a nice price rebound. As of Monday afternoon, Asia time, we were trading at 320, but SUI now is trading at 332, continuing its bounce. Think about this, guys. Late last week, we dipped down on SUI below 290, and we have bounced up really nicely here in the 7-day period. You guys can see we've basically come all the way back to reclaim some key figures here. And SUI was recently was the SEC's decision. One of the setbacks was the SEC's decision to delay its ruling on a SUI ETF. But this, is kind of common right now across the board. We're seeing a lot of ETF delays. It's pretty standard right now, even with the approval process. And SUI has also been under pressure following that exploit of Cetus, one of the core DeFi platforms built on the SUI network. Now, there has been news come out that all of that money will be returned to the projects. That's going to be huge for liquidity. Now, DEX Momentum lands $100 million in strategic funding led by OKX Ventures as well. But there are signs right now that really point to SUI having a nice bounce. DeFi Llama shows that total value locked across SUI-based DEXs jumped right around 5% in the past week. In fact, SUI's total TVL now stands at 3.05 billion, 50% higher than April's $2 billion figure. That's pretty insane. And this growth has been driven by the surge in Bitcoin pegged assets on the network. Around 10% of SUI's TVL held in tokens like Wrap Bitcoin and some of the other top, pegged assets. 1.1 billion in stable coins is now circulating within the SUI ecosystem as well, helping improve liquidity for developers and traders. And supporting this bullish outlook, SUI's weighted funding rate has remained positive for 9 consecutive days. A lot of people betting, the traders that is, betting on the upside potential here of SUI. And it appears to be breaking out of a multi-week falling wedge pattern on the daily chart. And this is the actual weekly chart on SUI. And looks like we're basically finding our footing yet again. We dipped down to like 180 back in early April. This has been a really nice momentum shift. We came in late April, came all the way back up to 379. Great reversal. Topped out over $4 again in early May. And we've been coming down a little bit from those highs, but this has been a really, really just healthy chart moving up. RSI looks really, really strong, pretty flat here. SUI has seen about a 12% price increase in the last 24 hours, currently trading at 332. And we're looking at potentially $96 million in liquidations for short-term traders if the price keeps going and reaches the 348 level. So we'll take a look at some of the moving averages here on SUI. We're still trying to get above our 20-day, which are SMA or EMA. We can look at both of these, but we'll take a look at the EMA, which is usually used here. We're right below that 20-day EMA at 336. So should see some short-term volatility here if we get up and test that 336 level. We are well above everything that we need to be on the 100-day and 200-day, which again, those are the longer time frames, looking really strong. And for Solana, we're back up to 156. I still do like Sol quite a bit, but my bet right now is bigger on SUI, and I'll tell you a little bit more as we progress in the video. But right now, Solana still well underneath a lot of our moving averages and our big targets here. Especially when we look at the 200-day, right? The 200-day EMA at 162. That's going to be a big one here for Solana once we get up there and test it. But at 156, Solana is showing some strength. And again, their weekly chart looks similar to SUI in terms of the setup. They dipped down pretty low in April, late March. Actually dipped down below $100 in early April. And the last 2 months, we've been on a nice little rebound here for Sol. But when I look at SUI, we've got, a ton of potential here still. Obviously, you guys can trade both these assets too at BTCC and BITUNIX, both preferred exchanges. And then you can also use my trading software to find the best entries and exit points on both these assets as well. Set up your own customized alerts. It's $1 a day with XT Algo. These are just straight exchanges, places where you can actually make your trades with way less trading fees when you sign up using my link. So definitely check those out. But let's go ahead and take a look at the coin perspective. And I like using this tool because we can put in SUI and then we can compare it to Solana. So if SUI had Solana's market cap right now, that would take SUI to $24+, an upside of 624%, about an 8x, 7 or 8x from these current price levels. So we still have a big gap in terms of market cap. And this is why I like SUI quite a bit here. It's kind of the new Solana for this cycle. A lot of people making bets on the new shiny object, but there's real utility behind SUI. I mean, we've seen some great projects already come out and do some great things like Walrus and DeepBook. You've got DeLorean set to launch, a lot of great ecosystem plays. And then you've got SUI meme coins with Lofi leading the way over there. A lot of investor activity happening on the chain. And again, there's a lot of developers moving from Solana over to SUI, which is another thing to kind of watch, right? This is very bullish in my estimation for SUI this cycle. I think it's going to continue to be a leader here. And once we unlock ETFs, I do think SUI and Solana probably both get in there in the mix. So I do think SUI still has a ton of potential here in 2025, maybe into 2026, depending if the market leads us in that direction still in a bullish manner. But we're looking at SUI's price right now, and I'm still looking at potentially a $7 to $10 target here, and maybe even higher here on SUI. We have made some major moves already, but I do think a lot of the new capital that will come into crypto will go chasing the shiny objects of this cycle. We saw it happen with Solana and Avalanche in the previous cycle, and SUI's TVL, again, continues to be a huge indicator that we're watching. It jumped up 50% in the last month. That is crazy. Actually, the last 2 months, but we've jumped up $1 billion in TVL, which is kind of crazy. And SUI appears to be breaking out again of that multi-week falling wedge pattern. You guys can see it here. This is really good signs that a reversal's on its way. The last time SUI formed a golden cross, where we've done so right now with the 50-day crossing above the 200-day, the last time this happened was late 2024, and we got a massive rally, 380%, took SUI to all-time highs of 535. So if history repeats itself and the bullish momentum builds, SUI could be on track to retest that all-time high and even break past it. The next major resistance to watch is around 431. A clean break above that, we could be heading up close to $6 on the SUI price. So this is definitely something we are tracking here very, very closely. So I appreciate you guys for watching the video. The answer is yes. I think SUI still has a ton of potential here in 2025. Make sure you guys subscribe for more. Let me know your guys' thoughts down below in the comment section. I do still hold Solana too. I think both of these could return to all-time highs and beyond in this cycle, especially with institutional interest driving the demand for these assets once ETFs fully get unlocked. So appreciate you all for watching. Check out all those links down below, and we'll see you guys in the next video.